Good day, class. You are welcome to GMats class. Now today we are looking at geometry progression. So we have a question under geometry progression here. Now let's go through the question together. Now the sum of infinite number of terms of a GP is 23 and the sum of their square is 69. Find the GP. Find the GP. Now the first thing we need to know is to know the formula for finding sum of infinite number of terms of GP. So what's the formula? This is the formula, very simple. S infinity equals to A over 1 minus R. Where A is your first term, A is the first term, and R is your common ratio. Now, let's look at this question. Now, the sum of infinite number of terms of a GP is 23. So we have 23 equals to A all over 1 minus R. Now, the sum is 23. The first term is not given in the question. The common ratio is not given in the question. So we can call this one equation 1. Now if we read further, the question says the sum and the sum of their squares. The sum of their square. What is this word? What is it meant for? Their square is referring to the terms of the GP. The terms of the GP, when you square the terms of the GP. So the sum of the square of terms of GP is 69. That's it. So if we square the terms of the GP, so that means that A will be A squared, R will be what? R squared. So now for that sum now, which is 69, we now have 69 equals to A squared all over 1 minus R squared. Okay, so our R now is R squared. A is A squared. So we have equation 2. So we want to get the GP. Now what we need to do now is just do simple manipulation. When you look at this one, you will see that this 23 and this 69 is 3 times what we have here. So I'll just try and adjust this now. So I'll adjust this. So this is going to give me this number here is 3 times 23 equals to A squared all over 1 minus R squared. So that is what we have. Now this 3 times 23 is the same thing as 69. So in this case, wherever you have 23, now you can insert A over 1 minus R. So this A over 1 minus R now will be replaced here. So we now have this to be 3 open bracket A over what? 1 minus R. And that gives us A squared all over. Now look at this. 1 minus R squared. So I'm going to use principle of difference of 2 squared. Now this is the principle of difference of 2 squared. When you have x squared minus y squared, it's going to give you x minus y, x plus y. So in our own case now, this is 1 squared minus r squared. 1 squared is the same thing as 1 that we have here. So it's going to be 1 minus r, 1 plus r. Okay? So the denominator here will now come to 1 minus r, 1 plus r. Alright. Now as I'm solving now, I'm looking at my left hand side. have A over 1 minus R. I'm seeing that here. So I'll do a little manipulation. I have 3 open bracket A over 1 minus R equals to A over 1 minus R times A over 1 plus R. Alright? If you multiply this together, it will give you this. Now you can see this will cancel this. And so what we are now going to have is 3 equals to A over 1 plus R. So from here, you can cross multiply. You have, this is 3 over 1. You have A equals to 3 open bracket 1 plus R. So this is your A. Now we can call this one 3. Now when you look at it, you already have an expression for A here. Let's come to equation 1. You can get an expression for A here. So let's say from 1 now. From 1, you also have, when you cross multiply here, A equals to what? 23 open brackets 1 minus R. Can you see that? So this is another expression for B. Let's call it equation 4. Now, A is this. A is also this. That means we can equate the two together. So we have 3 open bracket 1 plus R equals to 23 open bracket 1 minus R. I hope you are getting that. So this is equal to this. Because this value is A. This one is also A. That means they are the same thing. So you can equate in this way. So from here, you open the bracket. You have 3 plus 3 times R. That's 3R equals to 23 times 1. That's 23. 23 times minus R. That's minus 23R. So from here, you can collect the like terms. So we have 3R plus 23R equals to 23 minus 3. And when you have this together, you have what? You have 26R equals to 20. So you divide both sides by 26. So when you do that, you have R equals to 20 over 26. And of course, now that is the same thing as 10 over 13. 10 over 13. Because 2 goes there is 10, 2 goes there is 13. So the common ratio is this. Now, we can go further and get the first term. Now let's look at this equation we have there. Either we go to equation 3 or equation 4. Now let's go to equation 3. Equation 3. In equation 3, A is what? A is 3 open brackets 1 plus R. What is R? 10 over 13. 10 over 13. So A is 3 open brackets. Now find the LCM here. That's 13. 1 goes to 13 is 13. 13 times 1 13. Plus 13 goes to 13 is 1. That 1 times 10 is 10. So we have A to be equal to 3 open brackets. 13 plus 10 is 23 over 18. So we now have A to be, when you use 3 to multiply this, so this 3 will multiply the numerator here. And that gives you what? 69 over 13. And this is going to be the first term. Now when you look at the question, look here, look at the question. The question asks you to find the GP. To find the GP. Now, the GP is going to be of this format. We have A, AR squared, AR cubed, and so on. So this is the way the GP is going to look like. So now we have our first term. What's the first term? 69 over 13. Next, What's going to be the second term? It's going to be the first term times the common ratio. That will be what? 69 over 13 times your R. What's the R? 10 over 13. Now the next term, which is the third term, is going to be what? 69 over 13 times, you are squaring the value of R. Value of R is 10 over 13. That is 10 over 13 squared. And so on. So this is the GP that we are asked to find. And this is the solution to the problem given. Thank you.